Okay, you guys, I cannot see any difference in my before and after photo, but I can tell you my skin feels so good. It feels moist, it feels plump, it feels hydrated, it just feels so, oh, and firmer, lots firmer. So it doesn't show up in pictures for whatever reason, but I'm telling you, the way my face feels, it feels like a much younger face. So maybe it'll show in 90 days. I don't know. There's some good things happening here. I can tell you that. My legs shimmer. My arms are just, feeling firmer and shimmerier. And I love the way Bruno makes my skin feel. And maybe by now I can call it what it is, but I'm not gonna. I cannot wait for the world to find out about it. I think that this is going to take us to new places where people are just going to see it and want it in their body, or on their body, or on their skin, in their skin, whatever. They want it when they see it, and there's not going to be any questions asked. This is going to be taking my money.
Hey everybody, Angie Harper, Elite Pro 8 out of Queen Creek, Arizona, and today is day 30, so I thought I would document drinking my last collagen before I have to wait to get my hands on more of this deliciousness. So here it goes. Cheers. Tastes like apple juice. It's delicious. And I'm sad, it was my last one. But for me, what I've noticed the most is my skin. I live in the desert. I typically have really dry skin. And I think I would say after the first week, I started to feel the difference in my legs and my arms and in my face. I have no makeup on right now, and I really don't feel like I need foundation anymore. I just feel like it just gives your skin this suppleness, a glow. I definitely see a diminished fine lines around my eyes and also my neck. My nails, I have horrible nails, and they're starting to get thicker and stronger. Still not a lot of length here, but it's only been 30 days, so I'm looking forward to that. My hair definitely feels softer. Looking forward to see if it has grown in length. I'm going to do some pictures on those soon, but I'm just really excited. I know there's a lot more to this collagen than just our skin, hair, and nails, and I'm really looking forward to learning the science behind it. I can't wait for my whole team to experience this and everybody that I know. I just think this is an incredible breakthrough product. Can't wait to get to Activate and see everybody and hug everybody, and let's go Bruno!
Hello, Becky Taylor here from Washington State, and I am so blessed to have been a part of this consumer trial for the last 30 days. I have to confess, when I started, I wasn't sure, like by day 20, is there anything happening? Do I see any changes at all? I'd say just shortly thereafter, I began to notice the buttery feel of all of my skin, my arms, my legs, the backs of my hands. The feeling was so smooth. It was like moisture was beginning to appear on my skin. And for the sake of this video, I chose not to wear any makeup at all except for a little mascara and a little lip gloss. Isn't it every woman's dream to be able to put on just a little lip gloss, a little mascara, and leave the house without having to put makeup on? I feel like for the first time, I am confident to be able just to quickly put a little on and leave the house. You can see with your own eyes, as I can, the moisture and the shine. When they say glow, let's glow, they mean it. There is nothing but a washed face that I'm having right now. And you guys, for a woman who's almost 60, this is a dream to be able to see changes literally, physically take place in my body with a product over the course of the last 30 days. I have never been more excited about a product since I was introduced to NRF2 almost 7 years ago now. With this new collagen product, we are going to be able to help and bless and improve people's lives and skin And we haven't even begun to see all that we're going to see with the result of this new amazing product. And you get to go buy it today and leave this event with this collagen. Oh, what great days are ahead for this company. Thank you, LifeVantage, for putting this together, for giving us this amazing new product. We are all going to benefit.
Hi, my name is Beth, and I was fortunate enough to participate in the consumer trial of our new product, and I wasn't sure what to expect. I'd actually never used a collagen product before, and to say I was blown away in 3 days is an understatement. I instantly felt softer, more supple skin, and I could not believe what I was seeing. Wrinkles were like disappearing before my eyes. And you know, this whole distributor journey is new for me and still very scary. And I don't know who the marketing genius was that came up with the hashtag True Confidence, but it literally did that for me. I've always hated my skin, always, for different reasons, but went many years not wearing my hair up because you would then be able to see my skin. I kind of hid in my hair. So it was really fun to have skin that I liked looking at. I have, you know, a couple mirrors in my home by the front door, back door, bathrooms, and I found myself, this is almost embarrassing to say, but I found myself a few times as I would walk past a mirror, kind of double take, like, oh my gosh. The funnest thing is, it was really light under my eyes, almost glowing, and it was fun to see myself and like get in close and look, and I really wore less makeup this month. It was just fun to kind of see my natural skin. Just kind of funny to think, but it was a good month. I really enjoyed it. The flavor of the product is so yummy, and it really became kind of a ritual experience. I would jump from bed, and I kept them in my room, and I would, you know, run to the other side of the room to take it first thing, literally within minutes of waking up. And the first day I didn't take it, I think yesterday or the day before was the first day without it, and I didn't like it. I didn't like not having it. So I'm super excited for them to come back again, and I don't want to lose any of the benefits that I've had. But yes, it was. Oh, and one of the other side effects that I've experienced, I guess, is my lashes. Oh my gosh, they are like titanium. Not only are they longer and thicker, but they're just so strong. It's crazy, like so fun. Anyway, I've thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm so excited for so many of my people to experience it. And anyway, I hope you enjoy it.
Holy moly, you guys. This is incredible. I had no idea how much this product could potentially regenerate my skin. I mean, can you imagine how fast this is happening for so many of us? I see us just taking over the whole Botox market. I mean, this is amazing. And so as a skeptic that most people are, seeing is believing. And I think all of us are getting more and more excited the more we see. So let's all jump in, guys. We got a world to get better. Bye.
Hey guys, it's Brenda. I'm so excited. I literally just woke up. I have not washed my face yet. And I was looking in the mirror and I'm like, holy cow. Like my face is just so smooth. And it's just like, it's like glowing. It's like, I was talking to Randy, and Randy's over here, and he was like, you can just see the difference, like just tell the difference. So I am so excited, guys.
Hi, this is Dawn from Wisconsin, and I was so honored and blessed to be asked to be part of this consumer trial. I was very excited to hear it was collagen. I'd never taken it before, but I had heard that there were benefits to be had, and I know that anything that LifeVantage does is going to be top-notch. So I have confidence that I don't have to look into the ingredients, that I just know it's going to be great. So what I noticed the first 30 days is, and I was skeptical that I was really going to notice any differences. I have had years and years of sun damage. I used to live in Florida for parts of every year before sunscreen. We never used any sunscreen, and then I was a lifeguard for many years where we used suntan oil. So I have years of sun damage, and before using LifeVantage, I've been activated for about 7 years. I really didn't take care of my skin. So I have lots of catch up to do. I'm 51 years old and I don't care about the number. I just don't want to look at or feel it. So what I noticed initially is that my skin was softer and my hands were starting to look better because they were starting to show the signs of aging. And then what I noticed is that my eyelashes were longer. And I thought, no way, if that's all I get from this, it's worth every penny, because I have short blonde eyelashes. Nothing's worked in the past. And that was awesome. And it's probably hard to tell, but my eyelashes are longer, definitely longer. Then I noticed that my hair was growing really, really fast. And my hair had kind of stopped growing for a while. I've been using the LifeVantage, the True Science shampoo and conditioner. I love that. And so my hair is growing really fast. And then I get my nails done. I get SNS all the time because I have horrible, brittle, paper thin nails, and it was years of nail biting. So I had my nails redone last week, and when they took them off, my nails did not bend. They didn't bend. That's a big deal for me. So I know they're getting stronger, although I put the SNS back on because I had to. Anyway, so I'm very excited about I don't have the bottle with me. I'm all done. I'm out. So I'm looking forward to this weekend. But having that liquid bottle, it's basically 2 shots. I'm from Wisconsin, sorry. But it's basically you take 2 shots and it's down. I unfortunately forgot to take it many nights, and I had to take it after I brushed my teeth. I don't recommend that, but about 20 out of the 30 days I took it after you brush your teeth. It's just taking 2 shots. You can handle it. So easy to take. You don't have to mix up anything. So thank you, LifeVantage. I look forward to this weekend.
Hey everybody, okay, day 23 of this trial product, and I have to say I love it. I love it. I've noticed some subtle differences in visible crow's feet improvement, my happy lines I call them, but the hydration and the elasticity of my skin is so good. And I tell you, the other thing I love, you guys, is my hair is super soft and silky. I love it. I love this product. This is exciting.
Good morning. My name is Farron Barbado from Fruita, Colorado. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about this wonderful opportunity that I had when I was chosen for the Collagen 30-day trial. I was thrilled to death. I believe in all the LifeVantage products, and I thought, well, let's give this a try and see. I wasn't really sure what to expect because I'm not a complete science savvy person on even knowing what collagen is or what to expect from it. But when I was reading the information and could research collagen and find things, I was like, okay. But I waited until about the 14th day, I want to say, before I really wanted to say I took notice of a few things. I have been bragging to all and anybody that will listen in regards to my hair. My hair has just always been really kind of just straggly and really no body or texture to it, and actually felt like crunchy. And with taking this collagen, within the second week, I started touching my hair and going, wow, I absolutely loved how soft my hair became, to the point where it encouraged me to even go and get my hair trimmed, which I hate doing because no one ever really listens to me when I ask them to trim my hair. And this time I asked her, please take off a good 2-3 inches, whatever you need to. I want my hair to really reflect how healthy it has became. So I am really thrilled with my hair. Then another story I want to share with you that I think is pretty awesome. I hadn't really noticed my skin until me and my husband were on our way to a camping trip. And as we're driving down the road, he reached over and took my hand, as we often do. And he was like, wow, your hands are so soft. And I was like, oh, really? And I started like touching my hands and touching my skin. And I'm like, oh, wow, my skin feels so hydrated. And living here in Colorado, I needed all that I could get as far as hydration in my skin. I drink plenty of water. I'm a water fanatic. I drink my Axio. I'm a big iced tea lover, fresh brewed, unsweetened iced tea lover. But no matter what and no matter how much I consumed, my skin has never felt so hydrated before in my life. And then looking at my pictures from day 0 to day 30, yesterday I started comparing some of my crow's feet, my folds in my forehead, just some other things about my skin. I've got some skin things that where my skin just doesn't look fresh, and I guess is the best way I could describe it. And yesterday when I was looking at the comparison pictures and looking at some pictures I've taken lately, some selfies and some videos I've made, I have been really, really impressed with how beautiful my skin has become, how even toned it's became. And I purposely have taken off my necklaces. There's 3 chains I wear around my neck nonstop. I never take them off. And I purposely took them off for some pictures yesterday that I wanted to look at, because my chest area here has always looked very dry and wrinkly. Yes, I'm 62 years old and I should expect some wrinkles, but I couldn't believe that the comparison in my skin has been amazing. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I am so looking forward to Activate 2022, to where I can purchase and get my collagen and get back on, since yesterday was my day 30 and I'm now finished, and I'm kind of lost today without it. So I can't wait to see everybody and see how everybody is ready, set, glow. It has been amazing 30 days, and I want to thank LifeVantage for choosing me as one of the participants in this, and it's been wonderful. Thank you.
Hello, Holly Highfield here, sharing with you my experience with our newest, latest, and greatest product, collagen. I personally was optimistically skeptical. I've heard so much buzz around the power of collagen, but frankly, I really wasn't sure if this was actually going to do much. I will tell you though, from the first sip that I took, which tasted delicious, all the way to the end, I was eager and looking forward to taking my collagen every single day. Why? Because I wanted to see incredible results. Within just 7 to 14 days, people were already sharing pictures of their results, and I was just blown away. And so I went in with no expectations whatsoever. However, for me personally, being out in the sun way more than I need to be here in Florida, let's be frank, I have a tendency to get more sun than I need to, and it can really impact my skin as well as wrinkles and dry things out. Not to mention, for me, I was that person who always looked tired even when I wasn't tired. I have very dark circles under my eyes. And so and I'm smiling all the time, right? So you get those laugh lines. That's when you know you're living life to the fullest. You get these laugh lines. But I started to notice as I've gotten older, the skin has been sagging and things just look dry. They look dark. They look dreary. Well, the dark circles aren't nearly as prominent. My jowl lines and the wrinkles around my jaws aren't nearly as heavy. I'm not as self-conscious about it, so much so that I am doing this video filter free. No makeup, no filter, nothing. That's how confident that I have felt now, having taken this product, being able to see my results from day 1 to day 2. So you don't have to take my word for it, of course. You can try it out for yourself, take your own photos, but I promise you that this product is going to do everything that it says that it can do and more. So why go ahead and grow old gracefully? Heck no. Let's go ahead and have that true confidence and allow our youthful selves to glow.
Hey, Jennifer Bishop here. So I have to tell you, I am so excited about this new product launch, the collagen. It has been incredible for me. I just finished my 30-day supply and I'm sad. I can't wait for June 17th cannot come fast enough. So first, thank you, LifeVantage, for adding me to the consumer trial. Second, I had never taken collagen. I have, my hairdresser told me I should get on collagen. I've been seeing a lot about collagen, but I don't know. I'm like, healthy. I'm 55. I'm not on any pharmaceuticals. I'm like doing the LifeVantage products. I love LifeVantage products. I'm on everything else, except for like whey protein because I'm allergic to whey. But I felt pretty darn healthy and use all the skincare and everything. But the things that I have noticed in the last 30 days, definitely, my crow's feet at 55, my crow's feet are not as pronounced. My skin, like I'm constantly touching my skin everywhere. It's incredible. And my eyelashes, oh my gosh. I don't know if you can see it or not, but and it has just been incredible. So eyelashes, my skin, the texture, the hydration. I keep thinking, if this is what's happening on the outside, I cannot believe what's happening on the inside. And being 55 and wanting to stay as ageless as possible, I cannot wait. I'm like, June 17th cannot come fast enough. Did I say I can't wait? And June 17th can't come fast enough. So my hair is growing like crazy. And I love our hair care products, but it's amazing. And then just a little side note, my boyfriend, like he is the one that noticed, especially my skin. I think it was about day 15 or 20 that my skin is just so soft. My neck, I used to have like huge necklines, and actually the discoloration is kind of going away as well, but I've been out in the sun a little bit more in the last couple days here in Colorado. But I am so excited. I cannot wait for Activate 2022. And I will be first in the line to get the collagen. And I've been reading in the Tony Robbins Life Force book, and he talks about peptides in there and how important peptides are. And with all the science that is coming out about these products, and I was just listening to it again for the second time and talking about collagen and peptides. And so I love the part about the activation. And again, like if this is what's happening on the outside, I can't wait to hear and keep taking it to see what's going to happen on the inside, because truly, true confidence, definitely. People are like, you are glowing. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if it's like the product. I think it is. It could be my life situation too, a little bit. I don't know. It doesn't hurt, right? But thank you, LifeVantage, for including me in this. I cannot wait. And if you are waiting for the next big thing, this is it. LifeVantage, being with LifeVantage for the past 13 years, science is real. The science is real, cutting edge technology. And if I can't wait for this to build our businesses as well as helping people. Two of the greatest things that we can do: love people and help people, right? And it's not about giving a hand out, it's about giving a hand up. And I just, this is the right place at the right time. Are you ready to ready, set, glow? Because I'm telling you, everyone in this group, the Bruno group, has been glowing. And oh gosh, the other day I was, my elbows, if you are starting on this, touch your elbow now. Like my elbows were rough and now it's like my elbows are like as soft can be. Like my knees, my legs, it's just crazy, 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 crazy. So thank you, LifeVantage.
Hi everybody, Holly Tomet from Michigan, and I'm super excited to share with you the results that I noticed after 30 days of this product trial, and it was amazing. I feel so blessed to be part of this. But first, let me just preface this with something. As a horse trainer and a coach and a barn owner, I spend a lot of time outside in the elements, and I've never been proactive in taking care of my skin up until partnering with LV and having their True Science skincare, which is the first skincare I've ever used on my face. So super thankful for that. It's been so helpful. But this, you guys, this is a game changer. And I've been so excited to get my hands on this the last 30 days. And now I'm so sad because I've been out like for 3 days and I'm dying to get to Utah and get my hands on this. So June 17th cannot come fast enough. But let me just tell you a couple things that I noticed personally. And it was pretty quick because we were taking pictures every like 7 days. And so the lines around my eyes, I could not believe how they diminished like in a huge way, like way bigger than I could have ever expected. These lines, forehead, like just all those lines that I had in my face that were getting deeper and deeper, making me look older and older. It was like Benjamin Button. Remember Benjamin Button, right? Aging backwards. That's what I felt like. I get up in the morning and I always go to our skincare system right away, that beauty serum. I love our beauty serum. But you guys, I wasn't having to that's like my little facelift in the morning. And I'd wake up in the mornings going, I kind of look alive already. I didn't need to go to that right away. I found myself leaving the house without putting on, I don't wear a lot of makeup, but even like my mineral powder and some basic foundation, I was like leaving the house feeling like I didn't necessarily need that. So it was huge changes that I saw and noticed. And our lights in our bathroom in the morning, they're not kind to me. And so the fact that I could wake up in the morning, take a peek in the mirror and be like, oh, not so bad. That was a big deal to me. And then somebody mentioned something about elbows. I was like, elbows? What about elbows? And I felt my elbows and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, my elbows are like baby butt soft. Not even kidding. That's crazy. So my husband is going to do this for 30 days. I've already committed him to doing this because he has to. He's going to be my next, my little lab rat. I'm going to take pictures of him and see how he transforms as well. But June 17th, hurry up and get here because I need me some more of this. Thanks for being part of this, you guys. It's been amazing.
Hey everybody, it's day 31 because yesterday was day 30. And I consumed my last bottle yesterday and I'm kind of sad that I have to wait. I was a little bit shocked. Hi, I'm Dr. Kat. I am Pro 7 out of Rockville, Maryland. And I was skeptical as I have already been consuming what I thought was a comparable product for years. And I'm not much of a makeup user and I'm an autoimmune person. So I have had some challenges with really looking very furrowed here. And I used to have exophthalmos from, I still have a little bit of exophthalmos or leftovers from having a bout with thyroid inflammation. We'll just leave it at that. And I was really surprised, pretty much 47 and a half. And I've been living a very clean and healthy lifestyle. And I was really taken aback at the fact that I could notice some improvements, especially I would say my nails. I was really surprised. They have historically been even more ridged ever since I did some treatments for Lyme co-infections, etc. So to experience the appearance and the smoothness of healthier nails is great. And then I was starting to use some makeup because I was feeling like I needed it. And now I'm like, I really don't need makeup. So just really encouraged and excited for our teams to get a hold of this information and also just to get this into our bodies. I would say I feel like I felt a little bit better too. So it's hard to say, but I'm really pleased and I cannot wait to see what 60 days or 90 days even does. Definitely more supple, soft. Like, I treat a lot of babies as a pediatric and prenatal chiropractor. And I mean, I get to feel a lot of baby skins, and I'm like, this feels like baby skin. It's crazy. And then just, you know, like a lot appearance of more fuller hair growth, etc. So I'm super excited, and thank you again, LifeVantage, for giving me this opportunity.
Yummy. Carrie Brenner from the great state of Arizona. I have lived out in the Valley of the Sun for the majority of my life, and I have not always been kind to my skin. And I have been on this 30-day trial for the last 28 days. Today's 28. And I had noticed changes within days with our new product, and I'm super excited about what the results and benefits are. And thank you, LifeVantage, for bringing us the best products in the world with health, wellness, and beauty. And so what I've noticed is in my skin, texture and tone is more even. I remember on day 15, I had to do a double take in the mirror because it was like I was glowing, and I had just got out of bed. I had no makeup on. And I have noticed with my before and after photos a lift underneath the chin and underneath the eyes. And I looked this up, so it's called jowls. Is often used to describe sagging skin below your chin and jaw. As we age, our skin becomes thinner and less elastic over time. So you don't want, you know, that sagginess underneath your chin. So I'm super excited about that. But it's not just about what it's doing on the outside, but also on the inside. I have noticed, I'm a yogi. I have noticed more, like a bit more strength in my shoulders and in my joints, and also mind clarity. A keen sense of awareness and actually being more productive. So that is my takeaway from this trial, and I'm super excited for you guys to get your hands on this, and share it with the world, because it is an amazing product, and let's run with it.
Hi. First of all, I just want to say how grateful I am to have been part of this last 30 days and being able to get this product in my body. It has been a life changer for me. You know, as far as my skin is softer. I've had two of my grandsons tell me how soft my skin was, which I have never heard that before, especially from grandsons. But it's my eyes. My eyes, the heaviness in my eyelids is minimizing so much. I feel so much more awake without that heavy eyelid constantly pushing down. My crepey skin, they're all very hereditary, is minimizing. It's not going away, but it is minimizing and making me just even more confident in sleeveless shirts because it's minimizing that much. I am very grateful for that. I feel like my skin looks better. I've been going out without makeup, like I said, because for one thing, my eyes are open and my skin just looks better. It's just, everything about it looks better. But the biggest thing for me has been my brain. In 2019, we had a lot of serious health issues enter into our family. My mom, my son, my husband, and last May, my mom passed away. And it was very unexpected and very traumatic for me. And a black cloud came over my life. And along with the stress of the years before that, and that black cloud just followed me everywhere. And brain fog, my lack of productivity, my lack of focus, my lack of the ability to concentrate. It was just it has been a struggle. This last year has been a big struggle. And when I started this product 25 days ago, I'm still got 5 days left. When I started this product 25 days ago, I would have never hoped for or anticipated that this would be the thing that took away my brain fog, that took away that dark cloud, that basically gave me my life back. Because, you know, I had felt like somebody had walked into my brain and just scattered everything everywhere. There was no focus. There was no clarity. There was nothing. It was just chaos. My brain's back. I feel like I have the file system in my brain is back, and I can think. I have clarity. I have productivity. I have energy to burn. I'm sleeping well. I'm waking up in the morning wide awake, ready to go in my day. I have my joy back. I have joy. I have joy. I have peace. I have clarity. I have focus. I will forever be grateful that God planted LifeVantage in my life in the first place, because 11 years ago, He changed our life dramatically in multiple ways with a Nerf 2 activation. This has changed my life dramatically in giving me my life back. I can't wait for my husband to get this product into his body. This has been a game changer for me. And like I would have never anticipated that this would be the biggest thing for me with this product. But it is. And I will forever be grateful, because I truly feel, well, I know I got my life back. I got my focus back. I got my productivity back. I'm very grateful. Thank you, LifeVantage.
Today is day 15 with this amazing new product that I'm already so wowed with. And I have to let you know that it just caused me to be a distracted driver, and here's why. It's a gray day. It's not super sunny out, but I kept having to look in the rearview mirror and admire how shimmery and moist my skin really looks and feels right now. It's just kind of distracting.
I have to be honest, I wasn't really expecting much, because even though I was honored to be able to partake in this trial period, I've been using collagen for years by a well-respected company on a regular basis. So when I started to originally feel my nails start to increase in their thickness and the ridges start to disappear, I was really shocked. I mean, I had started to put gels on my nails because I was so embarrassed by the ridges, and to see them completely transform was amazing. And then I started to look more closely at my skin and how moisturized it felt, and the lines were starting to shift. I honestly felt like I was stepping into a time machine, and I am just so grateful to have been part of this experience. Thank you, LifeVantage.
Hey, it's Kim LaChapelle. First of all, LifeVantage, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for having me in this trial, and thank you for creating such an amazing product. Can you see me glowing? Look I don't even have any makeup on. I have lipstick on, and that's it. I didn't even do my hair today. But I wake up in the morning and I have to touch my face and actually look at my pillows, because I think, oh my gosh, I'm wet. My skin is so moist. My eyes are bigger. I noticed so many things. My neck and my chest area is totally different. The before and after is incredible. The other day, I got out of the car and my husband said to me, Kim, you're glowing. And he didn't even, really even know that word. So I also noticed some things internally. And many of you know that I have a diagnosis of MS, and movement really was a challenge, right? And I've been able to move a lot better. I was riding my recumbent bike I would do a 3-minute mile. I would rest a couple minutes and then do another mile. Well, Monday and last week also, I did 2 miles in 5.25 minutes, and I barely rested in between, and I did that 5 times. So I rode 10 miles on my recumbent bike. I don't know if it's from this or not, but let's just say that I'm really happy, and I can't wait to get my hands on this product. thank you so much. My arms are moister. I just feel like I've gone back in time, literally. I'm 55 years old. I feel 20, but I really feel like I look like I'm probably early 40s. So I'm so happy. Thanks again.
Hey guys, Leslie Powell here. I just wanted to take a minute and let you guys know about my results with the new collagen that is available now, today. I can't believe it's finally time. So I wanted to let you guys know that as an aesthetics injector, we're always chasing minimizing fine lines and wrinkles. So for me, the fact that we've been able to just minimize the fine lines and wrinkles underneath my eyes and on my face has been like a game changer for me. I'm so excited about how hydrated my skin feels and how luminous my skin looks. This is going to be a game changer for you as an individual, for your team, for your business and the company. I'm so excited for you guys to finally get to try it. Get ready, because your business is just about to change in a very, very big way and a phenomenal way. So thank you, LifeVantage, for making this wonderful product, for the wonderful ingredients that are in it. And I can't wait to see what my skin looks like in another 30 to 60 days.
Hey everybody, Elite Pro 9 Marcy Nettles here, and I'm excited to come and share my experience with our amazing new collagen that each and every one of you get to go and get today. I am so glad it is finally here. Before we got started, I didn't have expectations. When I hit my 50s, my skin dried out. I started noticing more fine lines and wrinkles. And just in the past 30 days, I have noticed more supple skin, more hydrated skin, glowing to my face. I have had some reduced fine lines and wrinkles as well. And Dondi noticed today that my chest lines look much better. So I am so excited for each one of you to get your collagen. Not to mention, I had to break down and go get a haircut. I was trying to wait, but I couldn't. My hair was growing like crazy. All right, guys, go get yours, enjoy the collagen, and let's build our businesses with this amazing new product and the plan the company has put together for us. Let's do this.
Hey friends, I am in New York City. I am just wrapping up actually a 30-day consumer trial for a new product with my wellness company that is going to blow your mind, coming out on June 17th. I can't say anything about it except what I'm feeling: supple, nails longer, eyelashes growing faster, my real lashes, even though I have extensions. I've just noticed that even my lines and wrinkles, my lifelines, are getting softer. They're not going away, but they're getting softer. I cannot wait to share this with you. I'm going to share a few posts here in the next few days and some before and afters of some of my friends. And can't wait to talk with you more about it. So if you're interested in pre-ordering or saying, yes, I want to know what this is, just reach out. Have a beautiful day. Okay, hi everybody. So I'm in front of my kitchen window and the lighting, this just natural lighting right here, right? But I haven't washed my face today. I've gone out and worked out, and I don't know. I mean, it feels so much moisture, and I actually feel like my skin, my arms are even more supple, you know? I don't know. And I know I'm working out, but I feel like, could I get more muscles or just stronger? I don't know. But anyway, what do you think? I love this stuff.
Hi, my name is Melissa Broach from Waller, Texas, outside of Houston, and I am here to share with you my experience with Project Bruno, also known as LifeVantage Collagen. I was so incredibly thankful to be a part of the Project Bruno trial team. Very thankful. And so the moment I got it in the mail, I cracked open my first bottle, drank my first dose, and I was immediately hooked. Every single morning I looked forward to taking it and documenting the changes that I was experiencing. Over the last 30 days, I have noticed some things like my fine lines are not as deep. I have noticed the lines around my lip are not as noticeable. My tone, the tone of my skin and the hydration is really just shocking. Right now, I am taking this video, no lighting besides some sunlight coming into my window, no filter, and no makeup. These lashes, y'all, those are my lashes, no mascara. I have been super impressed with that. I have noticed that the hydration across my skin, all over my body feels better. I used to run for lotion on my legs. I don't like ashy legs, and I've noticed I'm not running for that lotion as much. I have had people ask me watching this trial and really noticing differences. And I feel like that's such a big deal when other people are noticing the changes. It's not just me. It's not just in my before and after pictures, but people are coming up and noticing the changes. So I cannot wait for everyone in LifeVantage to get their hands on this product, get it in your body, experience it, and love it as much as we have loved it for the last 30 days. Thanks so much.
Hi, I'm Sherry MacDonald. Today is my 27th day on this trial product, and I'm so excited with it. I really am. My husband says my skin is softer, that my complexion looks better. My hair looks fuller. I feel good. And I noticed that if you pinch your hand, if you do that test, that my skin reacts faster. I think it's going to take me a couple more months to get the results that so many of you are getting, but I'm very pleased and I'm so excited that it's going to be available soon and that we can talk about it soon. I'm really thrilled to have been invited to be in the trial, and I thank you all, and I'll post some more pictures after Sunday is my usual day, and that'll be the end of the product basically that I have. Cannot wait to be able to get more and let my husband try it. He's dying to know what it is I'm doing. So that's good enough for me. Make him happy after 38 years is great. Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm here to share my testimony with you on our newest product just being launched. So I have several things I'd like to share. First of all, my biggest takeaway is how all the things that I'm going to share with you have happened so quickly. So this is the 30-day trial, and with most products, and I think they mentioned that this one, a lot of the science is shown within 6 to 8 weeks after on the product. So I've only been on it for 30 days, you guys. The lines in my forehead have gone down. I have before and after pictures out there. My crow's feet have gone down. The lines across my neck have gone down. My skin is just so much more hydrated and just has a glow to it that it didn't have before. And so all of that has happened in less than 30 days. And something else that has just really impressed me is I have had some arthritis in these two fingers, and for probably over somewhere between 2 and 3 years, I haven't been able to bend them. I would say probably about to there, and then it would really hurt. It would get really stiff no matter how hard I pressed, but I can bend them all the way now. And there's just maybe a really, really dull ache, but even that is subsiding. So in the last 7-8 days, that has gone away. And so I'm just thinking, if that's happening, and I'm having all this happen on the outside and things I can feel, how much more is happening on the inside? And a couple more things, guys. One day I had just reached around to scratch my back, and I was like, oh my gosh, my skin feels so soft. And I wasn't even thinking about our product, and I just noticed that. So all over, literally from head to toe, my skin is just smooth and just feels hydrated and more supple. So yeah, so I've had several things happen, and it's very exciting. So I can't wait to see, after being on this for like 6-9 months, what's gonna happen. And then my last takeaway is I have been on a product similar to this, and I don't want to say it because I'm not sure if this has been launched yet or not, so I won't say what it is, but for about 9 years, And I was told just to stay on it when I am doing this 30-day trial, to not, mess anything up with that. So I stayed on it. And this similar product that we've been taking for 9 years, I'm still seeing all these results with the one that we have that's just coming out, guys. So this is crazy. There's nothing out there that matches ours, and you're going to find out so much more. So thank you.
Morning, everyone. From Charlotte, North Carolina, we have rain lilies. Beautiful. So I wanted to tell you something. Yesterday was the last day of my consumer product trial that I was a part of. Shh, it's a secret. I'm not allowed to tell you very much about it yet. I will be able to soon. So if you're interested in any of this, just let me know, private message or comment below, and I'll hook you up when I'm allowed to say more. But I'd like for you to try something. I'd like for you to feel your elbow. And then, if you're in a place where you can, feel the spot on your body that is really nice and soft. For me, it's my tummy. And you know what, guys? They feel the same. Pretty amazing. I have other stories as well, but I wanted to say I can tell you that it has to do with cellular activation, and I'm eager to talk more about it in a week and a half or so. So that has to do with my glow party too. So glowing right at you. I hope you have a great day. Do your joints crackle? I have a snap, crackle, pop story for you today. When I was a first-year student in undergrad, my pre-med roommate and I were getting ready for the day. I stood up from sitting on the floor, and Janelle startled me when she said, "Sue, we need to go to the nurse now." She marched me across campus, and I argued the whole way that my knees had always sounded this way. When Mamie, the nurse, heard her concerns, listened to my knees, and saw my eye rolls, she convinced Janelle that everything was going to be okay. She told me that my joints had air pockets in them, and that's why my kneecap made that sound as it rolled across. My "I told you so" look made Janelle scoff, but I left feeling jubilant, even though I hadn't heard too many knees sounding this way myself. As we parted ways, Janelle was happy to shout over her shoulder at me that normal, healthy joints shouldn't sound that way. Fast forward to this week, when I was finishing up the second to last day of my consumer product trial. Several of the 100 of us who were part of the group started sharing before and after stories, photos, and my skin was glowing. I loved how my nails feel, just like the rest of them. The veins in my hands were less prominent, but my photos didn't reflect the feeling of the changes that I had inside. One person was talking about the recovery rate improving, and another was talking about their mood lifting. Several were talking about joint health improvements, and that transported me back to the smell of rubbing alcohol in the nurse's office back in 1993. Did my knees crackle now? Let's see. I stood up from sitting. No knee sounds. So I squatted down to the way you do in the gym and stood up. No knee sounds. I squatted all the way down to the floor and stood up. Very few, if any, knee crackle sounds. Wow. If that can happen in 29 days, I'm really excited to see what else can be happening in 60 plus days.